All right, well, let me talk about the first Putin with you. We're about 24 hours or less away from that as we speak. What do you expect to happen? And you said a tough speech leading into Putin. How does it set the table, and what do you expect?
Well, I think he's, signaling Putin that he's going to be very tough. He's going to be tough with respect to all their relationships, and he's saying to Putin, "Look, pal, you got to start coming to the table and playing ball with us, whether it's the Crimea, whether it's the Ukraine, whether it's Poland, whether it's Eastern Europe, whether it's Syria, and also North Korea." People may not realize this, but Russia has a fair amount of trade with North Korea. So in all those areas, whether it's the Middle East or Europe or Ukraine, whatever, Korea, you're going to see tough. Trump is saying, we're going to be tough. You haven't done anything. There's no movement. And the economic sanctions against you are very much in play. And you're going to have to give us a reason not to have the economic sanctions. And so far, he hasn't seen that reason, Trump is. So I expect toughness. I really do. Probably tougher than anybody would have thought 6 months ago.
And what do you expect Putin? How do you expect Putin will react to toughness?
Well, that's a very interesting question.
Take his shirt off and say, "Who's more macho?"
That's a very interesting question. Look, nobody can predict Vladimir Putin, for heaven's sakes, but I think that Putin has just got to realize that, first of all, Trump is not Obama. Okay, that's a key point right there. And that may be particularly the case with Korea, but it's certainly the case with the Crimea and the economic sanctions. I know Obama put the sanctions on, but it was right at the very end of his administration. That's not going to change unless Putin has a more conciliatory role to play in these discussions. What's Putin going to bring to the table? I think Trump wants to know. I think the whole world wants to know. Russia's in trouble. Oil prices are falling again. Their economy is in a shambles. All they have is their military. No one even knows if they can service their military properly. So I think Putin comes from a position of weakness, and I think Trump is telling him, you're either going to play ball with us or you're going to have some important consequences.